Radical devotion. Acts 2:42. When we talk about the term devotion, we usually mean prayer and Bible study. Why is that? Let's read Acts 2:42. It says, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. We gotta stop here. The word used here for devotion, it literally means to persevere or to give constant attention to a thing. And as I was looking into this word appearing in the New Testament, a very interesting pattern emerged. 5 out of the 10 times you have this word is connected to prayer. That is why we talk about prayer. For example, Acts 1:14, they all joined together, so persevered, right? Constantly in prayer. Acts 2:42 we read. Acts 6 verse 4 it says, we will give our attention to prayer and the ministry of the word. Romans 12:12, be faithful, persevering in prayer. Colossians 4:2, devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful. Let me ask you, how radical are you in your devotion to God? The first thing the actor Mark Wahlberg does when he wakes up at 2:30 a.m. is he prays for 30 minutes. Martin Luther, he spent 2 hours of his day waking up in prayer. How do you feel about non-disciples being more devoted to God than the disciples in God's kingdom? How do you feel about that man of God? I put before you, the first century church had the reliance and focus on God you and we do not have. Remember that prayer is even mentioned before the ministry of the word. I know for myself, being in Bible studies, awesome. I love it. But I don't have the same mindset towards prayer. Are you known first and foremost for your prayer life? You know, Ash and I were so privileged to have Everett, our second son, being born. And he just actually turned 1 month today. So we really are very grateful. But again, also, I can say that him coming into the world, it also brought out an inconsistency in my devotion to God. Because my schedule is upside down. I'm like, when do I pray? When do I sleep? You know. So again, radical devotion, first and foremost, it is consistent. Radical inconsistent devotion, what is that? It sounds totally off. And I see a need more than ever to be devoted in my relationship with God. The men of God throughout the Bible, they were men of prayer. I give you some examples. Psalm 55:17, David writes, evening, morning, and noon, I cry out in distress, and he hears my voice. Daniel 6:10 says, 3 times a day, he got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to his God. And Psalm 119, verse 164, it says, 7 times a day, I praise you for your righteous laws, if you want to radicalize that. When is the last time we did something radical in relationship with God? For me, it's just about doing new things. We had 3 brothers and myself, we were juicing for 10 days. I've never done it before. It was awesome. And even it helped, actually, the former ICOC brother to go, I'm in darkness. I'm just desperate to come back. We also read 1 Timothy 4:13 and says that until I come, devote yourself to the public reading of Scripture. So, in Stockholm, we just got to read publicly, preach a mini sermon. Hadn't done it before, it was awesome. But again, I want to leave you with some questions. In order to imitate the great men of the Bible, are you devoted to morning, noon, and evening prayers? Are you devoted to praying together with your spouse and your children? Are you devoted to praying together with the people you disciple outside of the discipling times? Are you teaching the people you are studying the Bible with to be devoted to prayer? So don't allow anything to come between you and your relationship with God. Let us become men who are known for their prayer. Let us make steps to grow to become radically devoted men of God. Thank you. God bless.